Yo, Australia, I'm Mandawuy Yunupingu from Yothu Yindi. You're watching Rage. I'm gonna be programming, so keep tuned in. Well, John Lennon's famous, I guess. Was a great musician. Was a great leader in music. And he appeals to everyone. And I chose him because his music talks about peace and harmony, and talks about world connections. Talks about I can relate to what he's talking about. Doesn't matter if it's a white man talking about it, but I can relate to his music, which is something that influences me in my fundamental principles in what Aboriginal people believe in. Tracy Chapman, yeah, she's a very powerful singer, and a very tight musician, I guess. I mean, her music appeals to everybody, appeals to me. I've met her once in my lifetime in New Zealand, and it was we gave her a didgeridoo as a present from Yothu Yindi. She really liked that. But she's a good singer. Yo, Australia, I'm Mandawuy Yunupingu from Yothu Yindi. It's good to be in Rage programming this for you. Very spiritual song. It appeals to me. It's got good lyrics. Yothi, of course, went to the Harlem to get the black people from Harlem do the vocals and the backup and all that. I thought it was something that was a well done project as far as the band is concerned. And I like their movie too, and it's just one of those songs that catches you, and you keep singing it in your mind, and that's what it is. Pink Floyd, well, actually, when I was doing my studies in education, when I was going through for my certificate in teaching, that was the first band that I ever got into it. As far as metal and all that type of thing is concerned. But they've got a very sort of unique sound about them. I mean, they're just spacey and very universal, and and the lighting and everything like that. I just like their songs and their lyrics and their type of aggressiveness in their music. It's very pleasing for the ears, and it takes you elsewhere. I wanted to program something of an Aboriginal taste. Khalistan's has been a pioneer group in this country, and they've managed to get some of their songs up there. They've had a lot of hardships in their time, but I think they've been like sort of models for Yothu Yindi, and I think for any bands that are coming up. But as far as Aboriginal music is concerned, I think Khalistan has been part of the changes that's happened in Australia, and their clip, Dancing in the Moonlight, reflects Aboriginal ceremonies, Aboriginal way of looking at things, Aboriginal worldview, and it also relates to some of the younger people in Australia, not only Aboriginal people but non-Aboriginal people like their music. Beds Are Burning, I chose that because it's a very catchy sort of a song. It was a big hit for Midnight Oil. I was in fact involved in the Midnight Oil Diesel and Dust to Big Mountain tour in 1988 when Yothu Yindi I did the support act for them. It was a good song. It related very strongly to the Indian people, in my experience. It's a great song.
So what music video do you get up at Yirrkala?
Music video up in Yirrkala, we get Rage, and we got 2 channels, see? We got ABC and Rage, and then we got Impage that transmit from Alice Springs, and we get video hits in that channel.
Do you think the music video shows has had an effect on what music the young people up there listen to?
Yeah, of course it does. I mean, it cuts across the board. I mean, there's lots of young people in the community that has, sort of goes in for all sections of music, rock, heavy metal, rap, country and western music, gospel, all those types of things. I mean, the trend is happening. A lot of our kids are into the new music era, and fantastic rap dancers.
So what artists, you're also the headmaster of the school up there, apart from your role in Yothu Yindi.
Yeah.
What are some of the artists that spring to mind that the kids are into up there?
Well, we've just had Archie, Roach come up there about a week ago, and the kids weren't quite tuned into to his music, but when they actually saw him there performing and heard him sing, and they were just full on, like they just wanted to find out more about him, because I invited him to sit down with the kids for an hour, and we both had turns in teaching the kids in between singing songs and talking about general things, about life, Yolmo life. Of course, Archie talked about his experiences in the southern states and how he wants to get strength from visiting Aboriginal communities up in the top end, and that's one artist that the kids tapped into and tuned in, and there's there's all sorts of other bands that are there, Aboriginal bands that are up and coming, but as far as the national situation is concerned, I mean, there's all sorts of choices that kids tend to pick for themselves.
What about, say, a band like Public Enemy? Have they got a following up north?
I get to hear music, ghetto blasters over night time, coming, people walking past my house with, all sorts of rock and roll songs and Roxard and, heavy metal bands that kids tend to lock into, it's their language that they're talking about, obviously. But other things that matter to communities are, if these kids are being influenced in various areas, there's always a tendency for communities, parents and relations, to kind of steer them in the right track, because here they're sort of exposed to the Western type of music and rock and roll and having good life and having good fun and all that type of thing. But on the other hand, you've got to try and balance your traditional values and beliefs and all that, which happens automatically anyway, because as far as the community is concerned, I mean, you've got a right to do whatever you want to do, but as long as you shape and map out what sort of things that the kids are not going to be missing out on without saying, I don't want to learn about my own culture, so you've got to make them want to learn and be part of it.
So are there a number of fledgling bands up north?
Not coming from our own community, but a number of up and coming bands from various communities throughout the territory. There's all sorts of bands from Central Australia, right into rock and roll, reggae, gospel, country and western music, and there's bands in Arnhem Land that do the same thing. But I think there's more of a push for original material, and that's the sort of thing that Yothu Yindi influences. That's our influence. That's our message to our younger generation, is to influence them to be able to write their own material and be happy about their own original sound and material.
Do you think video plays an important role in helping break a band?
Well, It does. I think it does. What do you mean by breaking a band in terms of?
Yeah, I'll rephrase that. Do you think video has an important role in getting a band to be known on like a big mainstream scale?
Oh yeah, very much. I mean, it's a powerful medium, and you know every year, every day, there seems to be just different things happening. I mean, high technology is up front now, and you know, and now you got technology that'll get you to places. You know, it'll make things easy for you. You know, at this time and era, I think Aboriginal people are exposed to that, and it's good in a way too because it gives us a place to where we can start. I mean, getting all these resources that are available there, to be able to maintain it, to be able to work it, to be able to know just how we can tap into other organizations or to the masses through video. It's a great medium. You know, what we try and do in our videos is bring out real Australia. I mean, the image that people want to see is Australia, you know, and we do that with the location where we shoot. It's got to have a good Australian solid sort of vision, you know, image. And that's what we did with treaties, to have shots out in the beach somewhere where there's water, where there's islands, where there's the sky meeting the sea. Also inland where there's cycad palm, stringy barks, looks Australian, and Yolngu people dancing. Yo alla mial tramo rata. I'm Mandawuy Yunupingu, and you're watching Rage.